replace these brakes. I already showed you I'm taking them out. I just bungee strap the caliper up. Makes it easier to work with. You got your brake caliper, piston, compressor, and I just put the used brake pad right in here. It already has a backing plate to hit up against the front of the caliper. And you just squeeze, or not squeeze, but turn. And it slowly squeezes that piston in. And that way it will fit over your newer, thicker brakes. A little crunchy. That's okay though. And there you go. And just everything falls out. And to put the brakes in, if you get a good shot of this. Where are we at here? Right here. This right here is like a spring clip. I don't know if you can see that I'm actually moving it, and that holds force against the brake and pushes it, or the pad, and pushes it down in here so that they don't vibrate and make noise. Now to put these pads in, take one pad, turn it the right way, and you get it started into that top one first, and then you just push it just like that right in. It'll be easier to see on the front one here. Get all this shit off my fingers. Start it up into there, and push it into that bottom one, and it's in. Pretty simple. Okay, now we remove our fancy bungee cord, push this where it's going to go, push our slider, wait, there was this hit at right there, push the slider all the way out so you don't hit anything. Put your brake down over, put your slider back in, get the protective boot to recover it back up over there. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Get half of it on. That's a start. Just twist it, and it'll eventually go on, and it's on. Push the slider back in. I pulled the son of a bitch back off. You get a second shot at it. There we go. And it's back on. Take your bolt, which has no receives on it. Slide it in. Get it started. Take your wrench, which is a 12mm. When you tighten this, you don't want to kill it, tighten it, because somebody has to take it back out someday. But on a car like this, I am almost positive these brakes will far outlast this car. Alright, that's how to change brakes in a CV shaft. On a 95, I don't know what all years it covers, I'm not that technical on it, Honda Civic. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps someone. Leave me a comment. Bye. Here's both shafts out of the car. Well, one shaft out of the car and a brand new one beside it. This is the end that goes through the spindle. I mean, this thing's completely trashed. Here's the end that goes into the transmission. Now, when you get your new shaft out, you want to make sure that it either already has this ring on it, or it's in the box in a separate package, because a lot of times that's how they'll come. They'll come in the box in a separate package. It's a small bag, you might not see it and end up throwing the box away. And what this does, when you slide it into the transmission, it goes the whole way through the splines. When it hits the other side of those splines, this ring expands a little bit and keeps us from slopping back and forth in the transmission while your control arms work up and down. And put a little bit of quiet gel on the back of the brakes, because she did opt for the cheapest brake pads that they had, which were $14 for a set. And that's about it. We'll slap this in. I'll show you how to put the brake pads in when I get it all together. We'll call this a done deal.